Hello?
Sunny Bunny Honey, hello.
What's up, young?
Just got online, had a good night of sleep.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, it's early for you then.
Yeah, it's 5:30.
Yeah.
And what's up with you? Everything good?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had some thought about the Pred run. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I'm going to be able to. Honestly, I totally forgot that it was going to be a 3-month run.
A 3-month run?
Yeah, because that's what the Pred run's going to be, right?
Uh,
That's how long the new seasons are.
yeah, maybe. It depends, it depends. It's always hard to say. Maybe it's only 70 days, maybe it's longer. It's always a
How
little
long was
bit
this
different,
season?
right? I think this was around 80 days maybe. It's always around that, sometimes 70, sometimes 80. But yeah,
I'm
what's up with
guessing this.
that?
I don't know if I can commit to the full 3 months, or like however long.
Mm.
Just maybe thinking like a month, maybe.
Mm. Yeah, don't worry, Sonny. Don't worry. Like,
Yeah.
just take it easy from the start. And yeah, I mean, I know you also want Pred, but I know you have to play a little bit less because you're on Xbox, right? You have it. You can play a little bit less and you can still get Pred. And if you want to get it, we will definitely get you there. Yeah, pretty sure about that because so far our team coordination just got better and better. So yeah, I'm pretty chill about that. But if you're like, say, in the middle or something, hey, it's too much for me, and we're both already Pred, then it's also from that point on, it's not that hard for me to find decent teammates that are also Pred, because I already
Mm-hmm.
am legitimate too, because I have Pred from that point on. I just need to maintain it. But yeah, I would still, of course, love to do it with you, dude. So yeah, just let me know whenever you know more how the situation is going and everything. But don't pressure yourself that you need to, yeah, kind of commit for 3 months. And yeah, just always let me know openly what's going on, and then we'll figure something out. No worries.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for understanding. I don't even know if I'm gonna go for Pred even on Xbox.
You should, honestly, you should. You only live once.
The moments.
Yeah, and later on, maybe you think, what would have been if I did it? Because honestly, I'm very sure that you can do it. And even, I don't mean like just that you can do it skill wise, but that you can do it also with, yeah, everything still working, in your life. I don't think you need to commit your life into it. And but if you, in the end, like figure out, like on the way, hey, it's just too much time, or I don't want to go for Pred anymore, or anything, we'll just talk about it, and we'll find a solution. And there's no worries.
Yeah. And I kind of wanted to. So I'm going on a trip to Japan. I think I told you in September, like early September.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. One thing I just started kind of entertaining the idea.
Hmm.
I kind of wanted to just take a break from Xbox after I got back from that trip.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you want. You just let me know how you feel when you come back, or when you like know more.
Yeah.
Like I said before, don't pressure yourself too much. I know mine always says like Pred is a big thing and so on, and yeah, definitely you need some good coordination and stuff, but yeah, there's always. I'm not mad if you tell me like, hey, I don't want to play right now, or I want to take a break for a week or something. From the point on where we got Pred, to maintain it, that's probably the easy part.
Yeah.
Especially, I
Much
feel like,
easier to maintain it than to catch up to it.
yeah. And I feel like, especially this season, people will be very, like, I can imagine that a lot of the Preds that are Pred right now are very tired of the game and don't want to do that for another season, you know? And so I think it will be even easier to maintain. Because I can't imagine that someone that grinded for, I don't know, 10 hours a day or something, or 8 hours a day every day and read it somewhere in between and stuff, is like, yeah, let's do that again next season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think, yeah. It will be a big struggle if you say like, hey, instead of a week, I don't play for 2 weeks. Or even if you say like, in the end, hey, I will only play partially from time to time and I want to take a break from Xbox for a month or two. It's a game, right? We play it for fun, so yeah. It should be fun, right? And if it's not fun and you feel pressured to play, it will not work in the long run.
No, it's not that. It's not fun. I really enjoy playing Apex. It's something a little bit like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just something that like I've been going through for like the past 3 years, 4 years. It's like more of like a deep internal thing.
Oh. More like, yeah, what do you wanted to say?
No, it's just like, it's not like I really enjoy playing Xbox, Apex and stuff, but it takes too much of my focus from the real world.
Yeah, I know what you mean. 100%, I know what you mean. Because, yeah, you feel like missing out on stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely relate.
Yeah, it's like I know I should be doing something with my life, or not like I know what. It's hard to. Okay, I know. It's like there's certain things that I know I should be doing that I'm not doing because of those.
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like I just want to kind of like realign myself with
Yeah.
what I was before.
Yeah, I can definitely relate. Do you know what pacifying behavior is?
Pacifying?
Yeah, pacifying. Like, let's.
Sounds like you're like hindering or something.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's more like, you know, when guys get into dating with me and they want to fix stuff, you see it a lot going on with people. When you look into their body language, it's like little things. Like, you look a little bit longer in their eyes and they, for example, they bite their lips or they look away or they do these little things, you know, because they normally want to do something else, but they can't. They want to maybe exit a conversation or something, but you can't just be weird and without saying anything, turn around and go, right? Sometimes. But you can see that something going on in there, that they're concerned about something, you know? And we also do that with bigger things, you know? So, like, we know we should be doing one thing, but there's something holding us back, a belief, or we're scared, or something like that. Like, for example, with girls, sometimes it's like, I'm not good enough, or stuff like that, and it's hard then for a man to, yeah, especially when it comes to, that's always like a big mirror, when it comes to talking to girls in person and just like approaching them on the street or something like that, or just in a day-to-day situation. And sometimes the girls so happy about it, but yeah, oftentimes the men manipulate themselves into the point where they fuck it up, even if the girl is very sad afterwards that they left and stuff like that, but they manipulate themselves into that because they think differently. And that's this kind of pacifying behavior that goes on with kind of everything, you know? You want something, but there's oftentimes something holding back, like holding you back, you know? Fear or something like that, and then you don't do it, and you search for some kind of thing to do instead, you know? In the kind of the time or the situation. And yeah, that happens to everyone. So like everybody experienced that. That if you see like that you play Apex, but instead you want to do something else, but maybe there's an emotion behind it, like you know that something is holding you back, or it's not that easy to do it. Definitely go for it, man. Definitely go for it. And you will see that Apex then also is a lot more fun.
Apex is a lot more fun.
Yeah, definitely. Because then you don't do it to do it, but you do it for fun, you know?
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's just like my personality doesn't like doing stuff for fun. it's like I do it. I like doing it, but I'm not just gonna do it just for fun. It's like I'm gonna try my best at it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna put a lot of emotion and a lot of thought and a lot of energy into it. So it's like
that's where the fun comes in, right? For us humans, with the challenge and all that comes with it, kind of. So yeah, I can definitely relate. That's why we sometimes play competitive games.
I like you talking. I don't know. You just have a very what's it called? Like a very not neutral, but just a very high level of thinking.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very deep reasoning behind stuff. It's not surface level stuff.
Yeah, it all comes together, really. That's the big thing, I can tell you. It all comes together. Oftentimes, people come to me with 100 different problems, and it all comes together to one or two things that I think. Always, always. It's never like, oh, there's 200 different things and they're all not related. It's always one or two things. And it all shows all through their personality. And when you won't see it, you can't unsee it. But that's the painful part sometimes, you know, because our ego protects us from seeing those things oftentimes, because it doesn't want us to suffer with the pain. I mean, it's momentarily, but sometimes if we want to see things, it's hard in the beginning, and because I gone through it myself, I kind of noticed stuff a little bit from like 6 years. From my personal point, where I also realized, hey, I need to change stuff in my life, and I didn't even know what to this point.
What do you like games doing today?
Savvy boy, you're coming in the middle of our deep talk here.
All right, then I'm about to get out of here. You let me know when y'all done with the deep talk.
He's into some psychology stuff right now. It's kind of dope.
Oh, he's already out.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah, but if you ever need advice or something on the way, a little, or sometimes, always feel free to ask when we talk. I mean, I'm not like an almighty god or something. I just can talk from my personal experience and stuff, and I'm not triggered if people like don't want to hear, or people like don't do what I tell them. I'm never mad. But if you ever just feel like getting some independent advice for something, you're always free to ask. I never want to force my advice on other people. I hate that personally. But if you ever want to talk about it.
I know some people like prefer to like get that consent in every place. I'm the type of person that like when I don't know. You never know when you do something wrong. Like it's more like a subconscious thing when you do something wrong. Like that's just your habit, and you don't know that you're doing something wrong. So I like when people point out your flaws. I don't know. That's just my thinking.
For me, there's never a right or wrong. That's all personally, you know.
Yeah, I know some people. That's why I shy away from giving advice, because I know some people don't like getting advice or don't like being told that they're wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Like when someone corrects me.
But I'm telling you, even if they hate you for it, they respect you more. Because they see in those little things, again, how you talk and stuff, that you want to say something but you don't, and they respect it more if you do oftentimes.
No, some people are gonna start hating me.
I'm sure nobody's hating you. You're such a nice person.
I'm joking. No, thank you. Very exciting.
No problem, Sonny. No problem. Like I said, we can just openly talk on the way through. You just let me know how it's going, how you're feeling, and everything. What's going on with you? That's anyways fun for me, you know. I always like to check in with people and stuff like that. And yeah, we just take it from there, right? No pressure to that you're kind of contracted to pull through 2 months of Apex or do this or do that. We just play for fun and for the challenge of reaching it, and everything else comes along the way, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the understanding.
No problem. Of course. That's very important, always.
Yeah, I've just been playing a lot for the past year.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the reins a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Do that. You should do that, definitely. You should play when it's fun, and when you want to do something else, then try it. But also be mindful if there's something where you see, okay, it's holding me back still, you know? I instead now do something else. Like a lot of people, for example, go on Instagram or watch YouTube shorts or stuff like that. That's not bad at all, but you know, the pacifying behavior just changes. That's what I'm trying to say, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The kind of way how you go about it, but there's still something behind it why you don't do it. But always ask yourself, like, why? Why am I not doing this? And then there will be a thought, and then you can just ask yourself again, like, why am I thinking this? And it's so insightful, those little conversations with that voice in your head. Never shy away from it. And then you will maybe see, like, hey, it wasn't about, like, Apex was just the thing in the way all along. It's not that I don't like playing Apex or something like that. Like you said right now, it's more about that Apex is just the thing that I do in the situation. I also do it for fun, but I also do it in that situation when I instead want to do this. And now I just need to, instead of forcing yourself away, you need to kind of talk to yourself and then just figure out why you don't do it. And then oftentimes there's like a concern, a fear, something that we think, a belief, and when we kind of ask ourselves why, talk about it and reframe that belief, everything else comes naturally, you know? You naturally like decide when you want to play and when you don't want to play and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the healthy way to go about it, at least from what I learned so far and what worked for me and my clients.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mark.
No problem. And if you ever need like help or you can't figure out what it is, then and you want to talk about it, then like I said, feel free to hit me up. We're anyways spending time in Pratt, so why not use it?
Just get a psychiatrist going.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit of both.
I'm just gonna be like thinking like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah, sometimes that happens. By the way, Savvy has such a nice clan, man. They're just, I just was looking at his party. He was sitting there with 6 clan members all playing the same game. It looks so wholesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Savvy's got a big following.
Oh, it's his clan or what? I thought always he was a member or something.
I don't know how he gets so many people. Like, I don't know.
He's just kind of a leader personality, you know?
Yeah. He's definitely make friends type person.
Yeah. I can definitely relate to that.
Kind of fun. how he talks. Like, it's kind of, I don't know, it's really interesting. It was a very teacher mindset. Like, I was in one of his calls with a bunch of his people. He's like, all right, everyone, let's go to the firing range. Let's practice our flatlines. You got their own firing range practicing their flatlines. So I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's just Savvy. Savvy is just a leader personality. He's such a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what Apex is for me all about, you know? Because for me it's hard to go out there and meet people and stuff because I have long COVID and I can't really like do a lot of stuff. I mean, I meet some old people in those self-help groups and sometimes girls approach me in the supermarket and stuff like that. I mean, not back in the day, but now since I like did this 7-year dating journey and stuff and changed my style and everything. Yeah, sometimes I get into like dates with girls and stuff like that, or meet my girlfriend in the open relationship. But other than that, I'm pretty isolated, you know. So it's always so cool for me.
Do you have a girlfriend, or you kind of?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend since I think 6 years. 6 years, but it's an open relationship.
Open relationship? What do you mean by that?
Kind of like it's a. Do you know the term polyamorous?
No idea. That sounds like a sign.
Yeah, I thought so. It's basically you're in a relationship and you love each other, but you're kind of allowed to have a relationship with everybody else too, or date everybody else. Do basically whatever you want. It's trust-based.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's so many concepts out there. That's also something that I teach, you know. There's so many different relationship concepts out there. And you can kind of choose when you're at a certain point whatever you want, you know, because the girl just trusts your lead a little bit and trusts that you do the best thing, kind of. And for me, it definitely turned out as the best thing.
Interesting. Is there pros versus cons to that?
Yeah, definitely. Like the con, and there's only like, I think there's only one big con, it's trust, you know? You need to be good with your partner dating other men, or in her case also other women, because he's pansexual, and that's kind of the only thing. But with time you get used to it, and then when you once overcome the fear, and that's also again kind of those beliefs and fear stuff where you're kind of scared of, okay, I don't know, will he leave me or this or that, and you both overcome that, there's basically almost just pros, because you can both have cool experiences with other people. One thing maybe that's a con is you don't have as much time for each other if you really date actively, you know? Or if you have like, let's say you have 3 girlfriends at the same time, you know? That's pretty stressful. I know that sounds like a luxury problem, but if you get to the point, it's hard to maintain 3 girlfriends at the same time, because you basically... Yeah, you're very exhausted, you know, all the sex, all the cuddling and stuff like that, all the things where they kind of, bring you and stuff like that. You're very busy then. So, yeah, that's maybe a con. But other than that, it's kind of just, you can, if you meet a person, you can do whatever you want, and that's so cool. You can also actively date, you can get kind of always meet new people, and I'm not really dating that much right now, the last like 1.5 years, because of my health situation, but it's pretty damn interesting otherwise. You're just basically, pretty free, you know? Even if you don't use it, you're very free with it. You can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And your partner just trusts you, and you do the same thing.
Is there like plans of getting married in the future, or is it just...
She always say one day she will propose to me, you know? But so far it didn't happen. I'm just kind of happy in the situation, you know? Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's just so good. It feels so good. It's so freeing, you know? I don't have there's no big liabilities from both sides. We just both live our lives, we're both happy, and it just feels so good, you know. We just spend time with each other when we want.
Mhm. That's pretty cool.
What were you thinking about?
Nothing. I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, I just have a different mentality.
Yeah,
Everyone has their own.
yeah, I know. See, I can tell. I can tell that you didn't tell me, Sunny Boy. So tell me, what were you thinking about it?
No, I just.
Yeah, tell me.
Everyone's. No, I respect everyone's. It just goes against my
Yeah.
Christian beliefs. I don't know.
Yeah. See, and that's where cool conversations start.
Yeah, you think?
That's where cool conversations start, because you can tell me something now, and I can learn from it and can expect my views. Like, expand my views, that's the right word. So don't shy away from it. Tell me. Maybe I can learn something.
Well, I don't know, I just believe that... I don't know, it's like kind of like circling back to what I was saying about like Apex. Like trying to connect it with what I was saying before. I was like, if I get onto something, then I'm gonna try my best and I'm gonna put a lot of effort into that. So it's like we just have different personalities. Like I'm more of like a one size fits all type of thing. Where if I believe in something, then I'll like stick to it, and like I'll put my entire like 110% into it. Like, if I did have multiple girlfriends, I can't focus on one of them. Like you can't like, and like a Christian belief is that you can't serve two gods. You only can serve one, and that's kind of like the same mentality. Like I can focus on multiple things at once. Like I can only focus on one thing.
Yeah, that's 100% true. It definitely you can focus a little bit less. I mean, you can still focus with but with less time. You know. You can put less time in. I mean, you can still make it quality time, but you can put less time in. That's definitely true.
Yeah, I think I would just get way too jealous if I ever did something like that. Like, even though, like, I would trust, I would just be way too jealous.
Yeah, in the beginning it also felt weird for me. It also never was like we talked and it was like, hey, let's do an open relationship. Yes, let's do it. It was more like, it so happened, you know, on the way, kind of.
Yeah.
It just got to that point, and then I was like, okay, what is this? What are we actually in, or what are we actually like doing, you know? Is this a relationship? Because we're dating for a while and stuff like that, and then kind of one thing led to another, you know?
Are you guys in the same city? Or like same country at least?
Yeah, it's kind of like here there's not like countries that much, and here's also not like big cities. We're kind of like, I'm living in a small village. It's a very beautiful village, but it's very small. It's like, I think here, like 2,500 people live here, you know? And so it's hard to find even a girl in the same age in this village. So she's from a couple village further, like 30 kilometers.
Oh, that's like 70 miles.
I think it's less. I don't know which miles you mean, but I think it's less.
I think 1 kilometer is 2.2 miles.
It should be the other way around. Let me quickly look it up.
Or is it 2.2 kilometers is 1 mile?
Yeah, I think it's like that. It's 18.6 miles, 30 kilometers. So it should be like one... Wait, let me look. How much? 18.6 miles it is. 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's alright. It's definitely alright. But look at you. How did it feel to open up and openly tell others what you felt?
Oh, I think I do it too much at work or within my family. I don't really do it too much with, even with my friends. Like I do it mostly to work people, or I don't know. It's just I normally don't say anything with my friends. I normally kind of like keep my mouth closed. I don't really share my opinions too heavily because I know a lot of people get offended by them sometimes. There's only certain individuals, like I think you're one of them, but like you take criticism not with a grain of salt, like you care about it, but you don't put yourself into a victim mindset. And it's hard to know, like when someone does, because there's so many people I give advice to, and they just go straight to the victim mindset. Like they're not focusing on growing or learning. So that's why I've kind of learned. Not to. Because there's only a few people that I've ever met. And you're probably like one of like 3 people.
Thank you.
Met that actually are like open to advice and stuff. So.
Yeah, when it goes against our beliefs or against, like, if it triggers our ego, like I said before, we immediately go into this defensive mode as humans. It also wasn't like this all the time, but I'm telling you, when you once overcome that, also for yourself, you can learn way more, way quicker,
Yeah.
If it's Apex or whatever.
Defense.
Yeah, because you don't need the time to defend you or something, when someone tells you what you can do better, like for example mine and Apex and stuff.
No, I think that's one thing that so I was talking to mine like this was even before he started coaching you. He was just like he was thinking like, why are you picking up things so much quicker than some of his other clients? And we kind of agreed, like it was just, I'm open to criticism, I'm open to change.
Yeah, I feel the same way about you.
Yeah, it's like the same thing that you're kind of just like, you're open to what I was saying. Kind of just proves why I think you're a really good Apex player, is because you're open to feedback and criticism and being told that you're not right.
That's the actual fun. The actual fun doesn't begin with being right. The actual fun begins with being wrong and learning, right? Or
exactly, that's my same exact thought process, but there's so many people that don't believe that, and that's why I shy away from getting criticism so many times.
Yeah, that's why it's hard for them to learn sometimes. And I think for everybody there's certain topics where it's hard, because it's just an emotional topic or something,
Yeah.
But it's always cool to talk about it. You can learn so much from everybody.
I wish more people had your thought process.
Thank you, Sunnyball.
Like maybe one of my friends is open to it, but like none of our workers, like even though I have to, because like there's a lot of like money along the line and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All of them, like if you give them even if you give them advice in the nicest way, they'll shut off. Like it doesn't matter how you display the advice. If it's somewhat offensive, even 1% offensive, they'll just shut off. And they'll close up.
But that's actually what makes personnel that can go into those roles also of leading other people and stuff like that, It's always not those that don't make mistakes, but those that just admit that they did a mistake, or that they learn from it, And they're just like, yeah, that was my fault. And they're like, okay, let's do it this way next time,
Self-accountability part.
Yeah.
You see everything as your fault? I don't know. I guess, like I kind of see it like that. Like if it's something obviously not my fault and something comes up, like, just unlucky. But if it's something that I did wrong, like I'm like fuck it.
Yeah. It's also always you only can control what is in, like, you can only, like, what's your fault is only in your control, you know? And even if you can take just 1% of the blame, but you can work on that 1%, you can still do something. But if you focus on the 99%, then you can't do something about it. Because it's not in your control.
Yeah. Exactly. I like that.
Thank you.
I like our conversations.
Thank you, Sonny Boy. And I think